Hey everyone, welcome to Localite Podcast, your go-to place for the who, what, when, where of Alamance County and surrounding areas. We're talking the week of June 1st through June 7th. I'm your host, Tyler Smiley, and we're talking hockey, blackberries, live music, World War II in the 90s. Let's get into it. This past weekend, I had a great experience. Well, we went to the Grasshoppers game. A buddy of mine invited me as his plus one for his company outing. So big shout out to Atlas Industrial Fabricators for allowing me to join. Had a great conversation with their owner, Mr. Corey Sitton. Really chill guy, really great group of people, super awesome. We even talked maybe potentially getting him on the show because, again, we want to highlight you guys. We want to highlight the people in the community. So big shout out to them. Thank you guys for having me, being open to allowing me to come. Do want to note here, because it's not a start of the podcast without me being a little salty. Grasshoppers, it should be absolutely illegal. Like, I almost called the police. Why was my Red Oak flat? Why? If I order a beer, especially the sweet nectar of Whitsett, North Carolina, Red Oak, it shouldn't be flat. Okay? Let's lock in, okay? I know it's a big game or there's a big day, but come on, guys. Come on. Let's not have flat beer at the baseball game. But I digress. Let's jump into it. We got a great show for y'all. We're talking Taste of the Town next. Big shout. This one was actually a submission. Big shout out to my mom who listens to the show. Can't have a great show without your family members participating. Blueberry Thrill Farm over in Gibsonville. I've had a great time when I have some of their berries. Really cool. Obviously, in the name, blueberries are all over the place. Family-owned farm located in Gibsonville off of Eaglesfield Road. This time of year, they've got blueberries, blackberries, peaches. But the video my mom sent me is they are, I guess, about to overflow with some blackberries this year. So if you're a big fan of local produce, be sure to hit them up. They're open Wednesdays and Saturdays. They're from 7 a.m. to noon. So more than likely Saturday for some of you working 9 to 5s. But make sure you head on over there. You can check them out. We'll link them whenever we post the clips and everything. We'll even put it in the intro. But links to their IG and Facebook page. Got some great views on kind of like the background of like how things are done over there. So shout out to Blueberry Thrill. We'll send some people your way. If you get a berry, let's do this. If you get a berry, tag us in it. Just randomly tag us in it. Don't say anything, just a berry, and that'll be a thing that we'll do. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Editor's Picks. We got the next segment. Most recent interview we did on the episode where I sat down with editor of the show, Chris Joyce, to discuss the local podcast mission. I did mention in the podcast that because Chris loves music. Chris is probably my number one go-to source if I'm looking for like music I haven't heard of, and I'm pretty plain Jane. I'll listen to like the 80s, top 40, whatever, but he'll pull some deep cuts out, send them my way, and they're always a bop. So in the conversation, we brought up that he would be a great person to highlight like local artists and venues in the local sphere. So without further ado, take it away, Chris.
What's going on, everyone? It's Chris Joyce here, editor of the Localite podcast. I'm sure some of you are thinking, I've never seen this guy talk this much before, and that's because I'm alone right now. Really, I'm here because I have a new segment I want to share with you guys. I'm here to tell you about some shows that are coming up at some awesome local venues in our surrounding areas. For some context, I am obsessed with live music. I like going to concerts of all shapes and sizes, and I like taking an opportunity to try to support touring artists, especially smaller ones. And there's also just a bunch of cool clubs in the area that I've been going to for years and love. Thought this would be a good way to support them. So there's 4 venues I'm going to be highlighting. In Greensboro, I'll be highlighting Hangar 1819 and The Pearl. And in Chapel Hill, I'll be highlighting Cat's Cradle and none other than Local 506. So what I'm going to do is I'm picking one event this month from each venue. And while I am only highlighting one event per venue, I've made a Spotify playlist for each venue that has most of the headlining acts that are going to be coming through this month at those venues. And I'm going to have those in our link tree, and I'll add that to the description. And here are my June picks for each venue. On Friday, June 19th at the Pearl in Greensboro, Tropidelic will be performing. Their style is a mix of rock and reggae with elements of hip-hop. I would recommend them to fans of Sublime, Real Big Fish, or Dirty Heads. I might even try to talk Tyler into going to this one. If you see us there, come say hi. On Sunday, June 14th, at Hangar 1819 in Greensboro, thrash metal fans rejoice because Iron Reagan and Havoc are doing a co-headline. I would highly recommend this show to fans of Megadeth, Slayer, or Municipal Waste. So if you're into fast and aggressive music, you're not going to want to miss this one. On Wednesday, June 17th at Local 506 in Chapel Hill, Playboy Man Baby will be performing. I just finished listening to their new album, Violence, and it's just wall-to-wall modern punk bangers. Apple Music lists similar artists as Bad Cop, and The Chats, but honestly, if you're like me and you like music with distorted guitars, you're probably going to like it. This segment is only going to work if you guys trust me. And finally, this event is being presented by Cat's Cradle. It is not at, I repeat, it is not at Cat's Cradle. It is at Hall River Ballroom. On Saturday, June 20th, none other than Chapel Hill's very own Squirrel Nut Zippers will be performing. The legends of the Swing Revival are returning to their neck of the woods. Apple Music lists similar artists as the Brian Setzer Orchestra, the Reverend Horton Heat, Cherry Poppin' Daddies. Oh god, I hate the name of that band. And that's going to do it for June. If any of these events I shared with you are just not your cup of tea, I'd highly encourage you to go check out the playlist that I created. And I would highly encourage you to find at least one artist that you'd like to go see at one of these venues this month. And yeah, let us know if you end up going to any of them. And if anybody asks you where you heard about the shows from, tell them it was us. Or you could, even if you didn't hear about it from us, you could just lie and say that it was us. Down with Ticketmaster! I'll see you guys next month. Back to you, Tyler.
Thank you, Chris. And if you haven't already, highly recommend listening to the rest of that episode. If that's where we sat down and had a great little chat. Curated weekly calendar. This week we have some baller things going on. I wouldn't be wearing a hockey jersey if it wasn't hurricane season, and the Hurricanes are in the Stanley Cup. They're in the Stanley Cup. I am only pumped about it because I'm a bandwagon fan. That's why I've got a Gargoyles shirt. I swear to God, it's got a Hurricane logo on it, so it counts. Games 1 through 3 are this week. Game 1's on Tuesday. That's in Raleigh. If you are into the game or you want to jump on the bandwagon, and now's the time, hit up a bar, go find a friend with TV, or just go to Raleigh. So games 1 through 3 are this week. I believe it's Tuesday, Thursday, and then I believe it's Saturday. So hit them up, go watch them, go cheer them on. It's going to be a great time. And if we can get some sort of championship in this damn state that's not college, that'd be electric, right? We'll go, if they win, we'll do a live stream, Localite in Raleigh, maybe, if I can get off work. Saturday, June 6th through June 7th, over there and on the Homefront, a World War II experience located at Cedarock Park. The Textile Heritage Museum brings you a World War II depiction of the soldiers and the civilians of the area, encampments, weapon firing demonstration, and other live history demonstrations. Saturday, if you go to Cedar Rock, that's going to be at 10 a.m. If you go to the Sunday viewing, that is at 3 p.m. So that's really cool. A lot of things that we want to highlight are the things that you just don't see. It's always like 5Ks, it's always music, but why not go and check out a nice historical representation, especially World War II? Then additionally on Saturday, June 6th, there's a 90s and 2000s party at Red Oak. 6 p.m. with throwback hits all night from DJ Big Boy Productions. Prizes for the top 3 best dressed of the night. So bring out your Kanye West sunglasses, apple bottom jeans, cargo shorts, the ironic graphic tees. You would, for those of you who grew up in the early 2000s, you had to go to Kohl's, you had to go to Belk and get those t-shirts, right? The ones that just look stupid and you thought you were the shit. So go get those. Actually, that's the next thing. It's the layered polos. You knew you were awesome if you went into the darkest store, which was either Hollister or Aeropostale. It wasn't Aeropostale. It was Abercrombie and Fitch. You had to dig through the darkness and find some polos and then put on 2 of them at the same time. So layered polos, or just, if you're looking for ideas, maybe just watch Friends, right? Because it was in the 90s and 2000s. But that's all we got for you this week. If you go to any of the events or hit up any of the things that we talked about, let them know where you heard it. Again, this is the Localite podcast where we discuss the who, what, when, where of Alamance County and the surrounding areas. If you have any suggestions, like it can't just be my mom giving me suggestions for things. If you guys have suggestions, hit us up. You can shoot us an email. We'll put our email in the description. We'll put it on social. Shoot us a message. We'd love to hear about your event, and we would love to promote you. But again, I'm your host, Tyler Smiley, and thank you to our editor, Chris. We'll check y'all out, or see you later. Bye. Full episodes of the Localite podcast are available on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and all major podcasting platforms.